and today is the last day of the Glorious Battle event, and let me show you what I have learned so far, what I'm implied to do next time already from the get-go, and what I've been doing for the last 2 weeks or so. So let's have a look at the event itself. You're on the map, you're with a specific faction. In my case I'm with the Shadow faction, and you work together with several kingdoms. So communication is very vital because you want to all attack the same thing, you want to make sure that you're all present there and you don't waste these precious war horns. And you get these war horns from the fortress itself, which can never be occupied, and you can get them from military cities, and based upon the size of them you'll get them either faster or slower. Now there is also on the map, let's say, 2 things that you have to take care of. You have to make sure that you have specific strategic positions. In our case it's like, for instance, this gate, or you want to have this fortress, because in the end it's all about arriving there in the middle and keeping it for influence. There are also specific buildings, ones which will help you military wise. For instance, this one, this will give you marching speed in Glorious Battle. You have also those that will help you when you do trading. For instance, this one, which will give you 10% more trading efficiency. And there are also buildings like this one, which will increase the enemy casualty rate by 5%. Now, we have here a glory raffle, and then you can win, or say win, you can get these specific glory raffle tokens. You need 10 of them. I don't know why they made 10 of it, could have also been 1. And you can spin it. You can spin it for this Darius medal. If you have 10, you can unlock as a commander, and it just follows the basic unlocking rules for any commander. Or you can get nice dragon wins, this one that you get like blessing stones, or if you want to do, you can also go for troop appearance medal. You can get yourself universal troop medals. In my case I just keep them to this one. Now there is here also a nice overview, which you can see that is the Glory Siege contribution points. There is no limit on how many you can score, and there's also no limit on how many you can score each day, and they run all the way up to 30k. There are also here rankings to observe. You have the faction influence ranking. Based upon the final ranking you will also get, as the entire alliance will get, specific ranking awards. You also have elimination from the factions. I don't see anything for that. You have the solo kill rankings, and you'll get points when you kill T3s and T4s, and when you end up in a final ranking with this, you'll also get nice rewards. And you have the individual one, which, as you see before, is it's the same number as you had with the individual Glory Siege ranking, where you can see you win minus points. So what are the rewards? Well, here you can see them very nicely for your faction, so it's useful to play. Even though it's a faction you might not win it, you have the individual elimination ones, and you can see already you get here 8 spins on that wheel. If you end up with the first 10,000, well, that should not be that difficult to achieve. And you have the individual contribution, where also you'll get nice rewards if you end up already in the first 2,000 people. So it's pretty easy to score here in ranking. Now you also have this, and this is very interesting to see. You can choose what you want to be an offensive player, defensive player, or a logistic player, and you can already see more or less by the numbers that many choose to be logistic. Well, why is that? Well, the thing is, you can score easy points for logistics. You can score namely 1 point, one glorious point, for each 4,000 supplies that you obtain via trade. And when you transport supplies to any frontline city, you'll get 1 point for every 5,000. Now, and if you look here at the tree, you can unlock and upgrade the specific, specific features. This tree, for instance, this is like the transport carrier. If you have to max it out, increases the limit by 20%. So if you are a complete non-paying player, you can get every day 400 points that you can allocate. If you unlock the honor token, you'll have it to 600. So here's the thing. Why is it nice to be a logistics player? Well, the thing is, logistics goes all day long. It goes day, it goes night, so, and you don't have to be either attacked, or you don't have to attack to score points if you are an offensive or defensive player. So let's have a look here at the tree and see what's worth to focus on. Queue expansion, that just allows you to send more transport or more trades or more troops if you're fighting more batches of them. So you start with 3 and you can get them all the way up to 5. So this is number 5, this is number 4, this is number 3 if you unlock it. You always have to unlock this one. Now, it's very, very efficient to initially focus on these two. The efficient trading time, and I will do that second, and first to go for the increased trading efficiency. Why? Well, first of all, it's points wise, it costs less glorious points to unlock this one, and also it's more worth it initially. Why? Now, let's have a look. Where you can do trading is at the specific trading cities. This one, for instance, this is a small one, and you can see you get here basically 9,000 supplies each hour. And you go to a bigger one. Oops, yes, here we go. This is a big one. You got trade. You get here 12,000 per hour, and if you go to the really big one, you can see you get here 15,000 per hour. Now, if you invest initially into the efficiency, you'll get more supplies. So if this was 100%, instead of getting 15,000 per hour, you would get yourself 30,000 per hour. It goes all the way up. So in this case for me, because I maxed it out, and I also maxed out the trading time, which I'll get 412,000 and a bit. And this basically means that for every trade run I'll get 100 points and just some spare. So we also have the trading time. What does this mean? Well, normally you start with 8 hours, and this just makes the trading time longer. So if you were doing this overnight, initially it was 8 hours, so you could send 3 trades per day using 3 marching bugles. This time, in case, you can send 2 and then some per day, and you save marching bugles. These marching bugles you get when occupying military cities. And you can see it already from the Shadow Fortress. You get every 3 hours, and then from the smaller ones, if you click on one of those, like for instance here, you can see you get a marching bugle every 54 hours. Let's pick a bigger one. Like for instance this one, this is the biggest. And you can see you get it here every 18 hours. These marching bugles you need to send out to trade. Also you need them to send out to transport. And also you can perform constructions on cities. For instance, getting more shops and make them more efficient. Things like that, getting more troops, getting whatever you want. These constructions, they just give you 30 points. No more, no less. And as you can see, because of that tree, the trading points that you get initially will be relatively low, but they will increase based upon your increased trading efficiency and also your trading time. Now, if you want to send supplies, it doesn't really matter to which fortress you send them, but it matters for those that want to attack and defend. And usually what they do is they give a command here in the list, send supplies to here, do this, do that, so you can just simply look at it. Also, if you want to know what happened, you have here a nice history of who declared what and who won, who lost. You can see it here, everything what happened. And also here in this part from Intel, you can see which kingdoms you work with. So here's the thing. If you know that you have plenty of bugles and you will have them spare in the end, either because you don't really fight or because your efficiency collecting, you can use them later on. Not for trade, sorry, let me just find this one. You can use them later on for transport, because here you can see that you get 48 points for transport, for which you have to make sure that here in the top right there is always enough supplies to send. If you can send it at max, 48 points. So in the beginning, you want to just try to get your points to either the 400 or the 600, so you can progress in this tree, that you can unlock the future features that you want. The moment you have them, I would wait a bit. I would just wait with sending out anything or doing construction, whatever. Trading is always good. You get always your points for that. Just score your glorious points that you need per day that you can allocate. For the rest, I would wait until you have reached the max that you know you can get for transport. Because the moment you get these 48 points for transport and it's worth it more than, let's say, construction, because construction with 30 or anything else, you know you can in the end do a fast run of continuously transport and you can rig up easy points for that just by doing that. And then you will end up in a nice rank. For instance, my rank is here 19th. I only employed this strategy like 1.5 weeks ago. Yeah, 1.5 weeks ago. Because then I realized I could score more points than just my daily one from the glorious points. And you can see already by just employing what I did, I'm here at rank 19th. I could have ended up higher. So yes, for the next time this glorious battle event will be there, I'll just make sure that I keep good mind in just scoring the points what I need for the daily, just to fast unlock the tree. And the moment I have it, I'm gonna save up these marching bugles if I'm not in a fight, and then in the end I'm using them either for one fight to end up in the ranking for the killing to at least get the individual elimination ranking reward, or, and that's something actually is not really an or, it's always what I always will do, just send them out for trade in the end, just to rig up those extra 48 points per transport. So this is what I've been doing. I hope I gave you a little bit of an insight of the background of what you should pay attention to, and hopefully you do well better next glorious battle event. I like the event. It's a bit more strategic on the long run. You have to be careful not to run into whales, but it's a nice feature.